Howdy, everybody. Vinny with Halo Tech Repairs, and today I just want to talk about small business and the American dream. A lot of people see billion-dollar empires and just these big corporations, and they all started the same way: an empty room, an idea, a desire to not work for somebody and work for yourself. We tend to look at these giants and at their peak of their success and forget that they had to start somewhere. Amazon started in a garage with spray paint signs. Best Buy was just a single audio shop that was called Sound of Music, and then became Best Buy that you see and enjoy today. They all started with nothing or next to nothing. But the secret that a lot of these, big corporate types who forgot where some have forgotten where they started, what they won't tell you is that you don't have to reach their level to consider yourself successful. It's fair to say that even even back then and even today, you get to decide you get to decide the scale. You get to set the tone for how far you want your craft to go. Maybe you want to go national. Maybe you want to be more community driven. Black Rifle Coffee and Till Valhalla Project both started as combat veterans in a garage with some roasters and hand carved wooden plaques. They didn't chase Wall Street on day one. They chased their community. They they looked for their people, stayed authentic, and built what they've built out of just pure grit and purpose. You can look at even, I want to say smaller, but look at something like Linus Tech Tips. That's it was a guy filming tech reviews and with a basic camera in his house, turning it into a hobby, into a independent media and merchandise operation. Use They carved out their own thing and didn't need a massive amount of capital or a huge skyscraper to prove that they made it. I think I think an uncomfortable truth that everybody just needs to find a way to get comfortable with is to clear up this misconception that con- and confusing the possibility of success with the idea of a guarantee. There is no guarantee to this. There's absolutely no guarantee. Will everyone who starts a business achieve the American dream? Maybe, maybe not. Will everyone secure that comfortable life that you're after? The food in the fridge, kids fed, AC and running heat, uh, a home. Maybe, maybe not. That's that's just the brutal reality of starting any kind of business. But can it be achieved? Absolutely. And that's the beauty of what we have here. You aren't trapped by your genetic blueprint. We live in a place where you aren't forced to stay in the slums and whatnot that you were born into. If you were born poor, that doesn't mean you're locked into that. You have the right to insert yourself. Just have an idea. You don't have to have, $1,000 or $100,000 in the bank to start something. People have started with way less. Take your swing. It is a gamble. I won't lie to you. It's a risk, but you miss 100% of shots you don't take. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but it is true. I think once you finally once you accept that reality and you make that peace within yourself, you start to appreciate the amount of work that goes into building your own thing. And success might look like just existing in your home state. It might be, it might go national. There's no telling. But maybe, maybe for me, being that, that local expert that provides a great service and fixes your devices, or maybe you're a woodworker and you build some flawless furniture or something to that effect. At the end of the day, we don't start businesses to watch numbers change on a screen. We do it to be our own boss. We provide for ourselves, to take care of our families, to take and to own our time. If your business gives you that freedom and feeds your family, you've already won. Whether you have it's just the one store or 100 or 1,000. And will it last forever? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, ask Blockbuster and Radio Shack and Fry's Electronics how they're hanging out, how they're doing with staying comfortable. They were absolute titans of the time, and there's aspects I miss about them for sure. But they became irrelevant. They became history. They became an opportunity to learn. And don't let the fear of a possible shelf life of whatever you do stop you from even getting leaving the starting line. The skills that you build yourself, whether it's go to school or just self-taught or just something you're just naturally good at, will build your dream and stay with you permanently, no matter what happens tomorrow. So I hope this helps kind of just help you understand what's going into this, and that it's not impossible, and it can be so worth it. So take that for what you will, and hopefully this motivates more people to do their own thing and give it a try. This is Vinny with Halo Tech Repairs. Hit me up on all the socials. Make some comments if you want. And I'll catch you next time.